So I want to address two interesting things about key bindings in this game that might fix things for you. And I think it's very neat that Helldivers includes this key binding options. So here, if you might be that guy that auto runs and then climbs up on resupplies, and you still have the default auto mantle while running, you can remove that if that's annoying. And I find it very annoying. And you look silly. Why would you want to do that? So, in options, if you go to gameplay, here, there is a auto climb during sprint. I turned that off. Now, you might be wondering, what is sprint? I like to think of space as jump, and dive is jumping also. So they have this neat functionality where you can choose these things. So I chose dive to be double tap, and jump to the jump pack is still the same as holding down space, so you don't have that interference, and climb is one single space. But now, if I want to run to this, and I'm not going over it like a silly guy, but if I wanted to look silly, I just push space once, and then I'm on top. And if I push space 2, like, oh my gosh, I'm getting spit out by a biotine. Oh my gosh, there's a charger. Get out of the way. Now I just double tap. So I think this is awesome that they included these kind of options for your controls. And I really like these key bindings, and I'd recommend it to you guys if you want it. Because I'm also the type that wanted to change my crouch, because I'm so used to doing that in other games. So crouch is a single press C, but prone is Z. So I wanted to make sure I had both a C and a Z. Now, what is the difference between tap and press? If you press a little bit longer, then it doesn't work. So yeah, so if I hold down C, it doesn't work. That's the difference between press and tap. But if you go back to it and change this to press, it will still trigger on one quick button. So press is just better if you're if you've got very lazy delayed fingers. So press does that. But tap helps with the functionality of that. Now the other neat trick I will show you is in your menu, if you wanted to change your weapon types, you know how you can hold up your menu wheel by holding down R and then changing your type. In the combat here, you can go down to open weapon wheel, and by default it's on long press. I change it to single press so that I have that instantaneous and I don't have that like 0.5 or 0.75 second delay of holding down the button. And then you might say, well, that's annoying to reload, but actually it still works because this is a fast tap. But now, if you really wanted to, you could make it double tap and just get used to it's annoying to reload, like, double tap. So that works well. The other trick now is that weapon wheel up, weapon wheel down, weapon wheel left, is you can keybind this to the same button as your open weapon wheel. And left typically be the programmable weapon types. So if you want to shoot with the autocannon or the recoilless and you want to change what kind of shot it is, that's weapon wheel left. Weapon wheel right is the halt. For some reason, that shotgun, somebody messed up. It's typically fire rate for all weapons. And this, some reason in the halt is that one. So that's the only exception. But otherwise in the game, it's the left side. So now with this method, if I pull out my gun, you can see I'm holding down my weapon wheel. It's HEAT. Now, I will not click, but the next time I push R, you'll see it's moved over to HE. So I'm just like quickly holding down R, toggling it, without clicking. So that's a quick way to do it. Now, you will have to be conscious of that if you ever want to change a weapon type. Look how fast that is. And now my reload, I can't reload. Why don't you double tap it? So that's my recommended controls that I like for this game. C, Z, so I don't have to like long press and I know exactly which one I'm doing if I'm diving. Do that. If I want to run into something but not climb it, then I'm not going to auto climb. No auto climb. Ooh, how cool is that? Oh, ho, ho, ho. But if I want to, I push space. I climb.